UK, worldwide, it is the go-to kitchen surface. Engineered stone. Man-made, but cut to fit your needs, with all the look of granite or marble at a fraction of the cost. But it hides a dark secret. In London's Whittington Hospital, a man lies dying after breathing in lethal dust from cutting engineered stone to shape. Marek Marzec is just 48. Days to live because of acute silicosis. An immigrant worker from Poland exposed to the dust over at least 3 years.
We just had masks, and there was no extractor at all. Well, it was really like when you're in a tornado, so you couldn't see anything a yard away from you. I asked my employer for an extractor, and he said no. And if you're unhappy about there being no extractor here, you can just leave. But you know, it's not that simple. I have young kids to support.
Marek knows at least 4 others also suffering this incurable lung disease caused by silicon dust scarring lung tissue in the London area alone. Marek's desperate to speak out, to highlight what's happening before he dies.
It's very important for me to speak out because this illness that I've fallen to, it's just the beginning. I'm sure more and more people will fall ill with it, and unfortunately, it's an incurable disease. Employers set up their own companies, but they don't invest in the proper equipment, and what they eventually do is just waste away people's lives.
Joanna Feary is one of the UK's leading clinicians on silicosis, and her caseload has doubled just this year. She says the need for a national picture is urgent.
What we really need is a national registry where we collect data on everybody with silicosis due to artificial stone, and we can use that to make predictions about how they might progress, what sort of treatment options might be available, and how to look after them better.
The average age of people getting this incurable disease from this source is just 34. And once you notice symptoms, it may already be too late. This is the company where Marek worked for 3 years until April, Stonery in Tottenham in North London. Although he did briefly work for 2 other similar companies before that. We asked Stonery to respond to these allegations, and they said,
"We dispute the account you have outlined. We are advised that it would be inappropriate to comment substantively given that legal proceedings are ongoing. As a company, we prioritise the safety and well-being of all our employees and follow strictly all health and safety protocols. We do have appropriate ventilation systems in place and provide appropriate PPE as standard practice."
The legal firm Lee Day is taking action now against several companies, including Stonery. Their caseload's increasing all the time.
If you've got a dust that presents a health risk, you need to be doing something about it legally to prevent that health risk causing a condition. So to my mind, it's essential that when people are working with this, they are protected as best they can.
So far, most cases have been found in London, but doctors and lawyers say it's likely there are many more across the UK. Cases exist from the US via Europe to Australia, where there have been more than 500 in recent years. All of it points to a failure of regulation, leaving Marek back in London trying to do his best to sound a warning in what little time now remains for him.
They say I'm on my way to death, but when it's happening, no one can tell. Earlier, there was a chance I could get a lung transplant, but now I hear that this option is really out. It's a very difficult situation. I would give anything to continue living.